I'm not going to be one of these guys going to pound on Aaron Nola. I know a lot of people do. I'm not going to do that. I got bigger fish to fry, as they say this morning with this team. I said before the season, I had a bad vibe about this team taking a step backwards. The more I watch them, and I get it, it's April, and I get it, they still have a winning record. But the more I watch them, the word stale comes to mind. They still have good players, but there's something stale about what they're putting out there every day. It's the same old, and there's no spark, really. And I'm looking at individual guys. I'm looking at guys like Trey Turner. Trey Turner is not nearly the threat offensively that he has been in this league. And he's been that way all year so far. So the longer it goes on, you go, okay, has he reached his apex in Major League Baseball? Does he still have MVP talent? I don't know what it is. And then I look at their outfield situation. They are playing 2 4A players in center field starting for a team that's supposedly a contender. I don't know what they're doing in left field. They threw Schwarber out there last night because Kepler has been okay, but I don't get the vibe that this team has that joie de vivre, as we say, to go farther than what they are, which is like, they're kind of in their division, and they're, I guess they're okay in their division. But when it comes to evaluating them over a long term, I go, I don't think they have enough. Their bullpen is not strong enough. Their outfield situation is not strong enough. We are now, I just want you to think about this. We are now getting updates on the return of Weston Wilson. Now, I listen, nothing against WW, but please, are we going to play 3 4A outfielders? I don't know. Listen, Dave Dombrowski has to get off his duff and freshen up this team. And I know I'm saying this in April, and I know I'm saying this when they're 10-8. But there's something that looks stale about this team, and it's not as exciting as it used to be. Now, I could be way off base, and that's why I throw stuff like this. These are my feelings when I look at this team. I know they lost one game last night. I get it. But there's something that I'm looking at them going, it's the same old thing. There's nothing fresh about it. I hate to go back to my old analogy about the white laundry needing bleach, but I think at this point, this general manager has to do something to change the dynamic, or we're going to go through this kind of a slog all year with this team. They're going to be good. They may win 88 games, but it's going to be like they're going to pull your fingernails out all year. Now, after I say that, let's go to the people who are with me today. They are with me. Bill Colarulo, Ray Dunn. Billy, I would use the word stale. Would you agree with that word or not?
Yeah, I agree with you 100% today. I really do. I think that's a great word to describe this team, stale. And when you look at the offseason, this was a lot of the reason why I was hopeful that the Alec Boehm trade rumors were, in fact, true. I was hoping that, not that Alec Boehm is a bad player, and I don't want to pick on Alec Boehm, but I thought that would have been a way that they could have shook things up a little bit. If you were able to trade Alec Boehm, I know in previous years they've talked about trading Nick Castellanos, and Casty was really your best player down the stretch last year, but just to change things up a little bit, and the only move they made in the lineup was Max Kepler. And we all were scratching our heads when it happened because he's another left-handed bat. Now, coming into the season, I was trying to be positive, and I'm all right, well, Max Kepler looks good in spring training. Maybe he could be the answer to really get this team going. Well, they didn't make a lot of changes, but maybe Bryson Stott can be the guy he was 2 years ago. Well, they still don't really trust him against left-handed pitching. And then while I was trying to be positive, maybe Brandon Marsh is going to have a big bounce-back year. But you're right, Marsh, he's not a Major League Baseball player. So you're right, this is a very stale lineup. I still expect them to go on some sort of run, though. They're too good. I mean, they have too many good players in the lineup, but you're right, there's just something off. And when you say you want Dombrowski to shake it up, I don't know how you do that now.
I think he's got to do something. I really do. He's got to get another outfielder, and for that, they're going to have to trade somebody decent. You can't go through a season with two guys in center field. You don't have anybody in your minor league system to bring up to play center field yet, apparently. The left field situation is what it is. You're reliant. Like, come on with Weston Wilson. Now, seriously, this is what the answer is going to be. You're going to wait for a Weston Wilson to come back to platoon in left field. Like, what are we doing?
That still doesn't help. Like, even assuming that Weston Wilson is better than you're saying, and I agree with you. I think he's a nice right-handed bat maybe to have on your bench. He's a power bat. But even if he came in and we say, all right, well, now that's the answer in left, and I'm not sure I'm sold on that. That's
not really a power bat.
Weston Wilson hits homers.
No, he's not.
That's what he does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, let me look at his stats.
Not a home run hitter. He'll hit an occasional home run. Not a home run hitter.
He was a home run hitter in the minors.
No, he wasn't. Stop.
Hold on a second.
Come on.
Hold on a second. My man Dubs. You better put some respect.
Here's what the Phillies are. All right, I'm going to come up with another.
He had 31 home runs at Lehigh Valley in 2023. So I mean, he's got some power. He had 18 last year before getting called up. He had 3 in the bigs. But look, I don't want to.
He's a AAA, 4A player.
Yeah, I don't want to debate you on Dubs because I'm with you. But even if Weston Wilson is your right-handed bat in left and you platoon him with Max Kepler, that still doesn't help you in center. Kepler can't play center. Weston Wilson can't play center. And I was looking at the numbers, Mike. Right now, the Philadelphia Phillies' combined batting average from their center fielders is a whopping 137.
It's pathetic for a team that thinks it's a contender.
29th in Major League Baseball.
Really, it is. You know what they are right now? They are a 4-day-old baguette. It's still tasty, but it's too hard and crumbly after 4 days to make a nice sandwich.
All right, so that's 2 analogies from you this morning.
That's not bad. That wasn't a bad.
So maybe we need to open up the text board. Can anyone beat Mike's analogies? Because the white laundry and the baguette, the 4-day-old baguette, may be tough to beat, right?
4-day-old baguette is pretty tough to beat, but they are. It's still tasty. The bread's still tasty. It's just a little hard.
It'll just break your tooth.
Can't make a sandwich, right? You just heard me say the word stale. And I understand people are going to go, yeah, I can't believe it. It's April, and they still have a winning record, and you're bailing out on them. I'm not bailing out on them. I say they're a pretty good team. They're going to win 88 games, right? Still a pretty good team. They're going to get into playoffs. But there's something stale about bringing back the same old cast and expecting different results, like expecting better results, I should say, than where they were. They may have peaked with this particular team.
And that's the scary part. That's the part right now that I'm kind of scared of. You look at Trey Turner right now, I think you singled him out earlier, and the way he's hit the baseball, it's not hard contact. It hasn't been hard contact for him. What we saw in terms of the output from the quote-unquote daycare guys, we all expected like the next step for them over the coming seasons. We might have just seen the peak of what they were at the major league level. And the first half for last year for Alec Boehm might be the best Boehm you get. The start you got in the first half of 2023 might be the best start that you got. Pick, I guess, your favorite version of Brandon Marsh whenever you felt like it was going good for him. That might have been the best that you got. That's the scary part where you felt like there was at least a little bit of youth around a core that was in it already going into its 30s. And something I pointed to last year was, hey, this team's core is closer to the 2010, 2011 Phillies than it is to a 2008, 2009. Like, they were already approaching what appeared to be the back nine of their primes at that point. And now we're sitting here at the start of this season, and everyone but Schwarber has shown age so far this season, has shown you something. Castellanos, I guess, having a nice start to the season, but you don't feel like you've gotten any bit of the prime level production that you expect from pretty much anyone across the board. Again, save Castellanos and the start of Schwarber's season.
Trey Turner is no longer a dangerous hitter. I watch him and I go, he's not dangerous anymore. He doesn't look like he can drive the ball anywhere. All right. Well, listen, we'll talk about it. I know there are Philly fans out there that think, you guys always are causing trouble. You're always jumping the gun. I'm not jumping the gun. I get a feel for certain things, and I had this feel in preseason where I go, I'm not feeling the big charge from this team. It's the same old thing, and when you bring back the same old thing gets stale, especially coming off of losses the way you have in the playoffs. Here's how you get in, 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. We'll hear your phone calls. We'll get your texts. The Mike Missanelli Show continuing after this.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos, it's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.